All right. Shalom Israel. Shalom Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under commanding Journey Yahana. We've been teaching this truth since 1969 that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the true biblical Jews of the Bible, and that our oppressor is, in fact, the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right. Every Monday night we have the across the nation. Of course, we have the scripture breakdown class / history class, and tonight's topic is the city in crisis: Baltimore, Fruitland, Salisbury, and abroad. This region has been an absolute crisis amongst blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, and it seems to only be getting worse amongst us, man. In the ghettos and the barrios and the reservations, we don't understand and recognize how pivotal our current state is. We don't understand and recognize that we are in the second Great Depression, greater and far more worse than the previous one in the 20s. They did the numbers. They did the numbers, right? They was making if you did it in comparison, right? They will be making upwards up to $80,000 plus in today's time back then in the 20s. And that was considered a Great Depression at that time. Now we got cats out here, we making about half of that. Some of us making a third of that. You know what I mean? We're in an absolute crisis, but we too busy dancing and partying. We so distracted by the oppressor's trinkets. A matter of fact, what's this scripture said? And the gift. I gotta get that one first. I didn't even think about that. We so distracted by the oppressor's trinkets that we can't see that we living in an absolute crisis amongst us. Baltimore is like a third. They came out with an article. I'm gonna see if I can find that too. A couple years ago, and compared Baltimore and surrounding counties as a third world country. Bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can pull this. I'm gonna see if I can pull this up. Oh, getting Bernie Sanders said this back in 2015. Bernie Sanders, this is the Baltimore Sun reported this. I'm just gonna read the title. I might get a little bit into it. Bernie Sanders said this, and this was posted in December the 8th, 2015. Bernie Sanders likens West Baltimore to third world country. And this is years ago. This was years ago, man. This is not the only city that's experiencing these types of times. Okay. Now, pull this up for you. But we so distracted. We distracted with the clubs and the parties and the drugs and the alcohol and the good time, right? And the cars and the you know, being a all American Negro and the gift. Hold up, destroy. Let me see if I can get this preset real quick. I'm gonna start. We're gonna start in Ecclesiastes. We're gonna start in Ecclesiastes 7:7. Oh yeah, come on. We're going to start there. Shalom to all the brothers and sisters in the chat and abroad. Everybody that's viewing. I just had it. Oh. We'll start here. We'll be breaking down the state of Fruitland, Maryland. We'll be breaking down the state of Salisbury, Maryland, and all the ghettos across Maryland, Baltimore, all the desolate places in Baltimore and abroad here. We're going to show you all of these things in the Bible. We're going to show you it in the Bible, and we'll also are going to give you an absolute solution to this crisis that we are dealing with in Baltimore, Fruitland, Salisbury, and other cities that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are in. But I mentioned this scripture because we so tied, right? We so tied in the neck of our enemy, right? That we can't see how destroyed that we truly are. We can't comprehend it. We can't even see it. We such in the neck of thine enemy that we can't see that we living in the third world country. Like the things that Baltimore brothers and sisters in Baltimore and Salisbury and all across this state that we in here, we think it's normal to see dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of abandoned houses. We riding through Salisbury. We think it's a normal thing to see abandoned homes. And don't get it twisted. It's people living in that vacant house. There are people living in those vacant, desolate houses. No water, no electricity, no heat, no AC. Living in that house. That's the only form of shelter. But we so distracted. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. I don't think y'all mad enough out there. I don't think y'all upset enough out there. I think y'all a little too happy, a little too go lucky. We don't recognize and understand the state that we truly in. We all about having fun, and turning up and being lit. Meanwhile, we slaves in America. Meanwhile, it's poverty, pestilence, and murder all around us. We don't care though. We don't care. We worried about ourselves. We worried about our own pocket. We worried about our own life, right? That's the problem. We don't have any brotherhood. We don't have any sisterhood. The sisterhood and the brotherhood has died, has been diminishing since integration, has been on the decline since this so-called since Martin Luther King's dream. Brotherhood, togetherness, it's been on the decline since this so-called American dream. Martin Luther King's dream, right? How did it only get worse? It was supposed to get better, wasn't it? Joining the oppressor, we was supposed to get better. Now, look at Fruitland and Salisbury. Now look at Pennsylvania Avenue in Baltimore. A strip that was flourishing with black businesses. Lexington Market used to be black. Lexington Market was full of black-owned businesses. Old Town Mall, full of black-owned businesses. Mondawmin Mall was full of black-owned businesses. We don't recognize how dynamic that is. We can't see where somebody messed up somewhere. Somebody dropped the ball somewhere. We're not mad enough. We're not mad because we can't see. We blind. We oblivious to the fact that we in utter poverty. We oblivious to the fact that we're in an absolute state of we're in a crisis right now. We can't see that though. We're too busy having fun. We too busy having a good time, right? We don't got time to defend the poor and the fatherless, right? We ain't got time for that. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and the gift destroyeth the heart. We drunk off the wine of America. That's why we don't have any brotherhood. We drunk off the wine of America and his holidays and his customs and his ways of life that we don't have a heart anymore. We don't have a heart. We don't have a mind. We don't have a conscious, a moral compass to get out of this hell that we're living in, to get out of this crisis. We don't obtain a thought process that we can't see. We blind. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. We can't even see that we oppress. We can't even see that we oppress. We can't even see the true state that we living in, man. We can't even see that. Okay? And the gift destroyed the heart. They didn't destroy our mind. They didn't destroy our thought process. They didn't destroy our morality. You understand? We can't recognize and understand that. Why is that? Why is that? Because we drunk off that wine. We drunk off of the wine of America and its trinkets. We stuck on that. We stuck in that world. We stuck in that mind frame. You understand? You gotta wake the hell up, black man, Hispanic man, Native, any man. Don't be fooled and beguiled, man. We're gonna go in this Bible. I'm gonna show you some things in the Bible here. Bear with me 1 second. Ezekiel 37. That's where we at with it right quick. We're in Ezekiel the 37th chapter here. All right. Ezekiel 37:1. The hand of the Most High was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Most High and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones. What does this mean? And give you some context on this here. This is talking about your city. Every day you walk around about, you in the valley. You in the valley of dry bones. Brothers and sisters that don't understand what life is. They're not living. Those are dead men and women. And I'll prove it to you in the Bible as we've done in the past. This is the valley. Baltimore City is a valley. Fruitland, Maryland is a valley. Salisbury, a valley. Deep valley of dry bones, brothers and sisters, thinking they're alive, thinking they're living their best life, right? And isn't that such a common term? Living a best life. That's a lie. What's another term? Oh, it's all good in the hood. That's a goddamn lie. It's a lie. You know it. But we lie to ourselves. We want to be lied to. We like the net of evil. In Proverbs it said, it says, we desire the net of evil men. The lies that spewed out of the mouth of a Christian or an unlearned man. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. I'm living my best life. That's a lie. Yeah. Come on, man. I mean, we gonna get some more, man. We're gonna get some more. We in the valley here. And listen, don't think you living good because you in Owings Mills, dummy. Because you in Ricestown in Carroll County or out in they call it the boonies going up, right? Randallstown, Windsor Mill. Oh, don't think you done made it out. It said the city and the field. Baltimore City, it can be out in the farmlands of Salisbury. It can be out, in the common area of Salisbury, Fruitland, Maryland. No matter. That's the curses right there. We're in the valley of the dry bones. The men, women, and children that we see round about are dead. And let me get the Apocrypha real quick. I'm gonna show you. Now I gotta prove it to you. Now I gotta prove it to you. Just real quick. This very, and it's very, very on topic also. Go to Baruch 4:1 real quick. Give you a little bit of context of the valley, a little bit more context on the valley, a little bit more context on the dry bones here, or what have you. All right. All right. We're in Baruch 4:1. We're in Baruch 4:1 and it reads, "This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever." Like this, I don't want to just read that and not touch on it a bit. And you can use this for your other precepts, officers. The law ain't done away with. You understand? You can use this in your law breakdown also, just a sidebar, but I didn't want to not mention that and just read over it. But getting to the point, it says the book of the commandments of the Most High and the law that endure forever. Again, use that in your breakdown sidebar. For the laws is not done away with. The laws ain't done away with. You understand? And it says, all they that keep it shall come to life. This is why this is relevant to Ezekiel. This is why this is relevant to Ezekiel. If you're familiar with this particular part of the dry bones in the valley, we'll read down some and you'll get it. But you keep these laws, this is how you come to life. Now, this life here, this life right here is happening. You have to already be allowed to obtain this life. You're not going to teach a baby that, you can't eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. This is a person that's learning something, gaining wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Now, that person that can comprehend those commandments, that person is now what? Coming to life. That person is now coming to life. So when you go to Ezekiel and we read down these dry bones is going to live. This is also a precept to Adam. Adam came to life. Adam was already breathing, living, a walking being on the earth before he came to life. He was at a low state until he gained knowledge, wisdom, and understanding here. Let me know if I'm moving a little bit too fast. I know it could be a light overwhelming, but as we're reading here, it says, "If you those that shall keep it, that's how you become a living being. That's how you actually come to life. She's your new birth, right?" It says, "Keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die." That's why there's so much pestilence and desolence and murder and crime and poverty around us. Why? It's something that we put aside. It's something that we put aside and put away, and because of that, we're suffering greatly. Because of that fact, because we left the blueprint on how to actually conduct ourselves and to live, we're suffering greatly. They didn't try to come up with many solutions for blacks, Hispanics. We didn't try integration. We didn't try joining our enemies, right? Then after that, they said education. After that, they said more jobs. They said get out and vote. Why we ain't going to the blueprint? Why we ain't going to the blueprint to fix this crisis that we living in? Why is that? Because we fixated on being a part of a society that hates us. We're so fixated on being a part of a people of a nation of murderous scum. That's what we fixated on, rather than true liberation. We want the idea of the illusion of liberation and freedom in America, rather than true liberation and freedom. Because true liberation and freedom means you can't get high anymore. True liberation and freedom means you can't be an alcoholic anymore. That means you can't celebrate Independence Day no more, Christmas anymore. We don't want true liberation. We want the illusion of being free, right? So we can enjoy the trinkets of the trinkets of the oppressor. That's what we want. That's what we decide to be a part of, right? We decide to be a part of a nation of murderous scum rather than having true liberation, true freedom. We don't understand. We don't understand how destroyed we are, man. We don't recognize and understand that, do we? We distracted. We distracted. We don't know. We don't know we in a third world country. That's how low we are. We don't recognize and understand that we are in the second Great Depression, far worse than the one before. We don't understand. We can't recognize that we're in a crisis. That's how delusional and that's how deep we are in this illusion of inclusion. That's how deep we are in the illusion of inclusion that we can't even see that we're dead. We can't even see and fathom how dead and empty we are. We stepped away from the morals. We stepped away from that blueprint to fix black people, and because of it, we're dead men. We're in that valley. Let's go back to the valley. End of verse 1. It says, "And set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones." That's us. That's us. Dry bones. Take a walk outside. Walk down your main street. You're gonna be stepping over needles and empty bags and crack vials and broken beer bottles and liquor containers, right? That's the valley. Go ahead, take a walk. Take a walk, take a stroll, right? You'll have to tell your son and your daughter, hey, look, hey, don't touch that needle. Don't touch that bag. You're gonna have to tell them, we think we think that's just a normal thing, right? That's a normal thing. We in the valley. We in the valley of the dry bones. In Baltimore and abroad, we got the zombies in the valley. Dead men. We left that law. We left those morals. We left that blueprint to fix black people, that moral compass. Such thou shall leave it shall die. But if you want to come to life, brother, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, we keep that law. That's how you come to life. And we're going to read down in this book in Ezekiel. We're going to show you a little bit more of Baltimore, the state of Baltimore. And we're going to show you how we come out of this valley, how we come out of this crisis that we're living in. Also, other parts of Maryland, Fruitland, Annapolis, Salisbury. Okay? We'll get some more on this. It says, verse 2, it says, and caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley. Very many. It's just a common thing to see. How destroyed we are, you understand? And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. 3, and he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? You might ask yourself, is there any hope for the black man? Is there any hope for the black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man? We was doing a camp down Lexington Market, and I had to report to this particular officer on the police force. Hey, look, we better do this X, Y, and Z. So he was like, yeah, I better teach down here. He said, good luck with that. Like the people, like his own people were garbage. You understand? Brother here said, hey, look, can these bones even live? I don't know. It ain't looking too healthy over here. That ain't looking too promising. But we teach it, and brothers learn. Brothers and sisters learn. Brothers and sisters come to life. This Bible is alive. This is a living book. We serve the God of the living, not the God of the dead. The God of the living. We get some more on this too. Can these bones live? And I answered, O Most High Power, thou knowest. 4. Again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones. Say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Most High. This is open heart surgery right here. Don't worry, teaching the word of the Lord. That's like open heart surgery. You bringing somebody to life right there. You're an Israelite. You can't live like the heathen. You can't live like the oppressor. You can't live like the murderous scum of the earth. You can't follow them. You can't follow his traditions. You can't follow his way of life. That's like, damn. You know what? He can't follow Christmas, not like that. All right? They start to think, they start to comprehend, they start to think. That's them forming and coming to life. Flesh. We'll read on. I'm getting a little bit ahead. This is how Baltimore and Salisbury and Eastern Shore, other parts of the Eastern Shore, abroad, Annapolis, you know what I'm saying, all throughout Maryland. This is how Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, this is how we come out of the crisis that we live in. We are under such poverty and crime and murder and desolence. We can't even see it. We so blind. Cause why? Cause the mayor ain't saying it. Cause the mayor ain't saying it. Cause Trump ain't saying it. Biden ain't saying it. Hell, Biden, you know what I'm saying, ain't saying it. And so on and so forth. You better wake the hell up, Black man, Hispanic man. You better wake the hell up, quick, fast, in a hurry, man. Quick, fast, in a hurry, because it look like it's getting worse. Okay. For it, again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. So we teaching and we prophesying. We teaching and we teaching and we teaching and we teach and we teach. Slowly but surely, the nation of Israel is knowing what's up. Slowly but surely, since 1969, we waking up the children of Israel to their true culture, to their true way of life, to their not only their nationality, but how they supposed to conduct themselves, how they supposed to live. And that's only gonna grow, brother. That's only gonna grow, sister. You know what I'm saying? You better stand strong in this fight, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. You don't have a choice to stand down. That's not an option. There's no option to stand down when you're a part of an army. We'll read. We're gonna read. We're gonna read about this army. 5. Thus saith the Most High Power unto these bones. Behold, I will cause breath to enter you, and ye shall live. Right before that, it said what? Speech happening. That breath of life is the same breath of life that we just read in the book of Baruch. It's the same breath. That breath of life, it's the same breath of life that Adam had. He's coming to life, understanding, wisdom, law, morals. That's the breath of life. That's how you get out of a crisis that you live in. Get out of that low state. It said they were very low, very dry. Right? That's Baltimore. That's the valley. The police officer said, "Good luck." Instead of saying thank you, somebody finally down here trying to help the people of Baltimore, trying to help the people of the Eastern Shore, Annapolis, wherever we may be at in this state here. They said finally. They didn't thank us. They said good. He said good luck or something along those lines. Why is that? He doesn't believe. He doesn't believe it. He doesn't know what the breath of life is. He doesn't know the actual blueprint and the solution to fix black people. But we're reading it right here. We're reading an example of it right here. Bear with me one moment. I'll get some more. Cause breath to enter you, and you shall live. And I'm gonna run back to Baruch real quick, just to backtrack one time. It says in the middle of Baruch 4:1, it says, "All that keep it shall come to life." These bones here, they heard the truth, and they start coming to life. Adam heard the truth back in Genesis, got the truth from the Most High, and came to life. You see, Christians created a damn cartoon, and they made a piece of some wind going to Adam, and they think that's the breath of life. They think some wind is the breath of life. That ain't the breath of life. Like, Christians don't understand the Bible. They're not biblically accurate when it comes down to breaking down this Bible. The breath of life wasn't no wind, no gust of wind that went up in the Adam, dum. If you didn't know, it should be clear as day now. I remember them cartoons, yo. They had plenty of cartoons. They had some gust of wind going to Adam. they had some gust of wind going to Adam, and then he took a literal breath. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the breath of life. We're reading what life is and what the actual breath of life is. How we really truly come to life as a nation of people. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. That breath of life is damn. I ain't supposed to be eating. We can't eat that. We can't eat no crabs. That's the breath of life. Now we can't celebrate 4th of July. We can't dip and dab in these customs, these how damn. I didn't even think about it like that. You're coming to life. You're coming to life. You're building, you're growing, you're learning to actually live. That's the breath of life right there. So when you walking around, we walking in this valley, we don't understand this dead men all around us. Dead men, women, and children all around us. This is the valley of the dry bones here. Men and women without that breath of life, without those morals, without that moral compass, that God, our Constitution. But we can't recognize and understand that though, right? Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, you better wake the hell up. You better wake the hell up, or we're gonna be consumed with the plagues that's coming to our oppressor. Okay? We're gonna read on. Verse 7, I'm coming down, I'm gonna drop down to 7. So I prophesied as I was commanded. And as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. Damn. We becoming a nation. Bone on my bone, flesh on my flesh right here. Flesh coming together, bone coming together. You understand? You know, and when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Verse 9, it is good. Then said unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, Son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Most High Power, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live. 10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived. This is how we come to life right here. Mayor Brian Scott, he talking about curfews, you know, a bunch of political mumbo jumbo. They don't got the real solutions to fix black people, man. And they wonder why we in this state that we live in. UPK, we got a blueprint. UPK, we got a blueprint. The whole Bible right here is the blueprint. KJV 16:11. We got the blueprint to fix blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, fix our community, fix this crisis that we living in right now. No, but we trying to find a different way so we can continue in sin. We'll rather continue in sin than actually fix ourselves. You can't have it both ways, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. I'm gonna get you to give me Proverbs. Hold up. I think it's 12:12. Take a shot. I'm thinking off the top. Let me take a shot, see if that's what it is. Show you something real quick. Here we go. This is what we desire, yo. Proverbs 12:12. This says the wicked desire the net of. I mentioned this earlier too. I mentioned this earlier. It says the wicked desire the net of evil men. We wanna go back to Egypt. We want to go back to Egypt. We want to stay in Egypt. We want to stay in this state. Why? Because wow, they got the best weed. That's why. Ain't that right? They got all the Molly you want. They got all the Percocets and Percocets and oxycodone. They got all the drugs you want. They got all the trinkets that you want. They got all the good time and the fun you want, right? You don't want liberation. You want to stay here. That's what we want. We want we just want a higher position in this captivity. We don't want to do away with the captivity. We don't want to do away with the crisis. We just want a higher seat in the crisis. That's what we want. We desire the net of evil men. We desire the trap, right? We desire the position in a company, right? We desire the game. We don't desire liberation. We don't desire freedom. We don't even desire justice. We desire the net. We desire the game. We desire this hamster wheel that we living in. That's what we want. We don't want liberation. We don't want freedom. We want reform. Yeah. That term is common in today's. We want justice reform, litigation reform, laws. You don't want freedom. You want a revised trap. You want a revised captivity. We desire the net. We desire the net of evil men. We can't see that though. We can't see that we can't see that and recognize that though. When we gonna wake the hell up, black man, Hispanic man? When the hell we gonna wake the hell up and see it for what it actually is? Okay. Reading on. But the root of the righteous yielded fruit. The root of the righteous yielded. That's a precept is in Matthew about the good fruit, good tree, what have you. But we'll read on 14. It says a man. Hold up. 14. It says a man shall be satisfied with good by the fruit of his mouth. Where am I at 13? I'm at 13. My bad. It says 13. The wicked is snared by the transgression of his lips. What does that mean? Think about that. We trapped. We trapped by the transgression, the lies, the false leadership, the false prophecies, the false teachings of his lips. Of whose lips? Whose mouth? The pastor, the politician, the blackly black leader, Al Sharpton, Jamal Bryant, Jesse Jackson, and the list goes on. Farrakhan, to name a few. We snared, we trapped by the transgression of his lips, by the false teaching, the lies. And we want a piece of it, though. We want a piece of those lies because those lies allow you to be an alcoholic. Those lies allow you to be party, get lit, right? Those lies allow you to be a drug addict and smoking weed and popping pills, right? We desire the wicked. We desire that net. Snared by the transgression of his lips. Governor Moore came in office. He couldn't wait. That was his first. I don't know. I think that was his first thing he signed off on, making that weed legal. Snared by the transgressions of his lips. It had made weed legal. Dang. They wanted a piece of that bread. They wanted a piece of that money. But the just shall come out of trouble, man. You want to be just, you want to be righteous, you want that true breath of life. You come up here in the Israelite School of UPK. We're gonna show you how to follow this book, man. We're gonna show you how to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Get your morals back, get your life back, and help build this nation, help continue this this royal lineage. You understand? All right. All right. On Isaiah 59 and 10. I'm gonna get a little bit more on this, black man. I'm gonna show you some examples of this crisis that we're living in. I'm gonna show you some examples of this crisis in this valley that we're living in the Bible. Show you a little bit of Fruitland, Maryland, a little bit of Salisbury, a little bit of so-called West Baltimore, and abroad. Isaiah 59 and 10. And it says, we grope for the wall like the blind. It's giving you a correlation here of a blind man, a man without sight. We grope for the wall. We're looking for stability. We're looking for something to hold itself up on. As if you can't see. As if we can't see. We are the blind led by who? The blind. Nowhere to go. No answers. No solutions for the Black, Hispanic, and Native American man. What does that leave us? Where does that leave the so-called common man? It leaves us in the valley. It leaves us in that very valley that we spoke of earlier. Now we're blind. Groping for stability, for foundation, for guidance. 10, reading on. And we grope as if we had no eyes. We stumble at noon as in the night. Meaning what? You can't see. But this is what our leaders taught us to be. This is what our leaders, this is the result of false leadership. This is the result of false. Take a look around you on your commute to your slavery, to and from your slavery. Take a look on your commute throughout the day. This is the result of false. They failed us. They failed us miserably. Our communities are run full of crime, full of drugs, full of murder, full of overdoses, full of rape, full of every wicked thing that you can imagine. But no, we worried about your own bad. We worried about our own bad. We worried about ourselves. We in a crisis, black man. We're in a crisis, black woman. We're in an absolute crisis. Right? We can't recognize and see that, though. You want to gather yourself together. you want to gather yourself together rather than gathering ourselves together. I want to wonder why we in the state that we in. They didn't tore us apart. They didn't destroyed us in every way imaginable. So much that we're destroyed. And at noonday, when the sun is at its highest, we groping and we looking for answers. So many years under Christian leadership, many years under Islam leadership, black leadership. The list goes on. Are we still confused? And we still selling drugs? We still on drugs. Even worse. Still on drugs, new drugs now. Crack is still there. They got new crack now. They put it in a pill. That's the new crack. You a junkie too. Believe it. Just because you ain't putting the crack in the vial and all that, you're still a junkie. You're still a dope head. You're just taking pills now. It's different. You got a different way to get high. You're still a dope. You still don't get it confused because it's the popular way to party. Like I was saying earlier, we think it's a small thing, y'all. We think it's a small thing. I know we don't want to hear it. I know we don't want to hear it. I know. It's y'all talk so. Oh, why y'all so harsh? Why y'all talk like that? You want to hear? You want to be snared by the transgression of his lips, like we were earlier. That's what you want to hear. You want to be rocked to sleep like a baby. You want to be lied to. Damn that. What we speaking is the breath of life. If I don't tell you you're a goddamn junkie, smoking weed, popping pills, you're going to continue to be a junkie. I promise you. I promise you. If nobody tells you you're a junkie, you just be a junkie forever. Nobody tells you you're an alcoholic, you'll just continue to be an alcoholic, and everybody will just lie to you. Somebody got to tell you at some point, right? When is the breath? When does the truth come? We want to be lied to. We want to be cradled like a baby. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, you better wake the hell up. Where I'm at? 10. We stumble at noonday as the night. We are in desolate. Oh, this is it. This is it right here. Check it. We mentioned this earlier. Matter of fact, you can also find this in the curses when it speaks of those desolate places. We're at the end of 10. It says, we are in desolate places. What's desolate? Empty. Nobody want to come to Baltimore no more. It used to be like a tourist attraction. That harbor is dead. Dry. Right? And so not only does it say desolate here, this is the nail in the coffin, right? No pun intended. We are in desolate places as dead men. We're in the empty places, dead men. You hear that? Thank Jamal Bryant. Thank Creflo Dollar, TD Jakes, your blackity black leaders, Al Sharpton. Yeah, think all your blackity black local leaders, right? Come on, man. It's playing this day, right? Breath of Life, The Valley, The Bones, The Dead Men. It's clear somebody got the blueprint right here in this book. Israelite School of UPK been had this blueprint since '69. But no, we got to be inclusive. And they got men in dresses roundabout. We wanted to be inclusive. We wanted to be a part of that society. Now we murdering our children and what, $500,000 a year? in abortion clinics. We wanted to be a friend to the world, a friend to this age and society. And because of that, we chose to be in this crisis. I think it's time to try something different, black man, something that we haven't tried. We got to follow the Lord. We got to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments in order to come up out of this crisis, in order to come out of this valley that we stuck in. That describes your city. That describes your town, right? All these homeless cats, and then you got dozens and dozens of vacant homes. Some with people living in them, some just completely vacant. Is that life? Is that the American dream? That's Martin. That was Martin Luther King's dream. My bad. Oh, my bad. That's the dream he wanted. He wanted, right? Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. Better wake the hell up. We can't continue to be a part of this age. We absolutely have to sever ourselves from their ways and their customs, man. We absolutely have to sever ourselves from their way of life. If we don't do that, we're going to prolong our captivity. We're going to prolong this slavery. We're going to prolong this desolate state. We're going to prolong being dead men in this valley. But look, if you want to be that great and exceeding army and that great nation again, I advise you to pick up that phone and call someone in your city, in your area, and start to actually come to life for real. Start to live for real. Because that's what time it is, black man. That's what time it is, sister. You too worried about being a part of this age of society when this society is draining us of actual life. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under Commanding General Yohana. We've been teaching this truth since 1969, that the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the true biblical Jews of the Bible, and that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Shalom, Israel.